Hey, hi, hello, and welcome back to today's daily boost. It is Solar Plexus Chakra Tuesday. That means our affirmation or mantra of the day is I do. So you can start off telling me in the comments what you do. Uh, Give me one moment. My child just decided to roll right off my lap. Okay, let's hit live. Sorry about the crying. The child just took a spin. We're all okay. It was just onto the couch, but that was a time. Here you go. Shh. Okay. Don't worry. The kiddo is fine. It is just scary. It was just scary. Okay. Let's do. Oh, I got to introduce myself. I'm Tara Priolo. I'm your resident white facing biracial multi passionate musician. I talk about the ish that nobody wants to talk about and push you to do the same. I'm like I already said, I'm doing Solar Plexus Chakra Daily Boost with Love and Action Network. Love and Action Network is a peer support organization where we encourage, equip, and empower you to put your love in action. And our CEP is at Andre in the Flow. You can find him on all platforms at that handle. He is currently booking for many, many things, agents, venues, auditioners, uh, Dr. Flow funds. $ Dr. Flow funds over on the Cashy apps. And if you feel called to help lift this mission, Christmas shows are on the way. We also have another practitioner at Poppy Wata 33, who is the CEP of brain fart. House of Mommy Wata. House of Mommy Wata. And you can join him on all of his platforms at Poppy Wata 33. Okay. Let's do a We the Urban to find the right tab. Okay. Your trauma responses once kept you safe. Thank them, then gently let them know their job is done. It's time to grow. What we're not going to do in these final months of the year is dwell in self doubt or disappointment over what we haven't achieved. Let's celebrate every step we've taken, no matter how small. Set new intentions and focus on the journey, not the destination. It's not just about where you are now, but who you are becoming along the way. Shout out to Goal Getter and shout out to Dr. Flo. Stay in your power, stay in your joy, stay loved and lovable. Yes, tell 5 people that they are loved and lovable today and see what happens, including yourself. Um, Again, y'all, don't worry about the child. We're having a grumpy day. So that's just that. Hello, Angie, over on the Instagrams. Hello, hello. Here, you want that? We're just having a little bit of a grumpy day. All right, next slide. Really? Oh, y'all. This is real mom life. It's real mom life. I appreciate your patience, y'all. Okay, we're going to keep going. Let's do May you release the habit of being stuck, waiting for the right time. May you start creating it with your choices. May you release the habit of being stuck. I needed that one today. I often feel stuck. I often feel stuck in the things that I am doing. Waiting for the right time. May you start creating it with your choices. Sending love to the friends who've withstood the test of time. Seen all my past selves. It ain't child. Okay, and weathered the ups and downs. You've held space for my growth, stood by me through every transition, and never wavered. Thank you for standing strong even when life got heavy. Your presence is a gift. There's like one person who has known me for the majority of your life. Yeah, we all have grumpy days. We do. And Children have big feelings and they don't know how to express them. And so the only way that they express them is through crying. So just patience. Now we're smiley again. Okay. I don't have many friends that are like long term. I've had this conversation with various people. Like there are a lot of people that I know that have contact with people that they've known for 30 years, for 20 years, for 15 years, for 10 years. I've a couple people in my life that I've known for like over a year. And then there's like I just don't have a lot of people like that. So if you do have a lot of people like that, I suppose you can value it. Uh and yeah, whatever. Anyway, okay, continuing. Hear me very clearly. Your efforts will bear fruit. They will. Keep going. Craving a relationship and having the foundation to let me try that one more time. Craving a relationship and having the foundation to sustain and nurture it are two different things. One is about desire, the other is about growth. Can you all see where this whole carousel is talking about? We're talking about growth here. The intimacy of learning to enjoy your own company, that feeling of being completely at peace and at home with yourself is unmatched. Dr. Flo talks a lot about that on his lives. Join him on TikTok daily. Daily. I'm going to put this one up. Okay. Maybe it's more about intimacy, not sex. Maybe it's more about connection, not attention. Maybe it's more about depth, not variety. Maybe it's more about being seen, not idealized. Maybe it's more about facing yourself, not escaping. Ooh, listen, that one that one did something. Okay. If you don't want it to last, nope, that's not what it says at all. If you want it to last, if you want it to last, sorry, hold on. If you want it to last, don't skip the friendship part. I'm laughing, y'all, because clearly I was like, I don't want anything to last. Okay. Ooh, child. All right. Two sentences, two-word sentences. Here we go. Quote of the year: value it, child. If you want to value it, value it. I listen, longevity does not mean seniority. Okay, it does not mean importance in my life. Okay. um don't beg, don't force. This right here, don't beg, don't force, can be applied to so many things. So many things. So many things. Like it can be applied to singing, it can be applied to speaking, it can be applied to that job that you're trying to get, it can be applied to the grocery store, it can be applied to that box that you have in your house that's holding a whole bunch of crap. Listen, it can be applied to so much. Don't beg, don't beg, don't force. Okay, this is a rude slide, the way it starts. It says, October has really flown by, and now we're in the year's final stretch. Really? You got it, babes. Now is the perfect time to prioritize what matters, set boundaries where needed, finish what you started, and let go of what no longer serves you. What is wrong, babes? Like I said, truly a grumpy day. Truly a grumpy day. Okay, let go of what no longer serves you. We've talked about that. I feel like we don't talk about that as much in our network anymore, but we have certainly talked about it. Now is the perfect time to prioritize what matters, set boundaries where needed. Dr. Flo was just talking about boundaries yesterday. I think it was yesterday on a live. I think it was yesterday. Anyway, next slide. You will find yourself again. 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 That's what popped in my head. Okay, and the last slide is an advertisement for their new book. Not sure who needs to hear this, but, and in the caption, it says, affirmation of the day. I trust in the timing of my life. Leave an affirmed in the comments if you are affirmed, I suppose. Okay. Next, we got to do the melody bitty. Where is my, y'all? Acrobat decided to take a poop, so bear with me. It says, please wait a few minutes while the update is installed. I don't understand that because why? So I can't have that? Lord, y'all. Okay, we'll do the chakras first while this is working. 52 weeks of conscious contact. Well, that's working to open. I'm going to do the solar plexus chakra. Like I said earlier at the very beginning, the affirmation of today is I do. So let me know in the comments what you do. I do blank. I do blank. Okay, let's do self. I feel like I did this one last time. But you know what? Okay, I know what we're going to do. We are going to do emotional balance and ambition and drive. Now, emotional balance, I wanted to stop in on because Dr. Flo just yesterday was talking about our emotion wheels that are up on the website, lovedandlovable.bio.link, lovedandlovable.bio.link, lovedandlovable.bio.link. So, emotional balance. How do I manage and process my emotions, especially anger and frustration? Do I tend to suppress my emotions or do I express them openly? How does my emotional state affect my interactions with others? I just want to make sure. Yay. Okay. Um how does my emotional state affect my interactions with others? Well, you know, and I think Dr. Flo talks about this a lot on his lives, which is like the energy that he gives off is the energy that you're holding, right? And we all enter rooms with a certain amount of energy. Thank you so much, Dr. Flo. It did finally load. I appreciate you. Um, but the energy with which we enter a room is the energy that comes off of us, right? And so that affects the interactions that we have with certain people. And whatever way you're feeling about yourself, whatever energy you're giving to yourself that day is the energy that you're giving other people. So like for instance, one of the ways that I see it show up in my life is if I am fearful or if I'm having like a doubt day, my child shows that, right? Like my child is like will be grumpy, right? Today we're not grumpy because of that. We're grumpy because we didn't sleep well this morning. But sometimes it's my energy, right? Sometimes I got to clean up my energy before I enter these live streams with y'all. Sometimes I got to clean up my energy before I even comment. Sometimes I got to clean up my energy by like not participating, right? And I think that's okay. So when you know that you are going to affect an interaction negatively, step aside, take a pause, find yourself, put your boundaries up and call it good. You know what I'm saying, y'all? We all have those days. It's not a bad thing to have those days, but if your energy is right and your emotional state is on the comfortable side of the emotion wheels or the upward side of the EGS spiral, then go ahead and do you, honey. But if you're on the downward spiral or you're in a bunch of uncomfortable emotions, we are happy to talk through those with you. But what we're not going to do is allow you to be a mooer. We're not going to allow you to come into the room every single day and moo. We all have complaints. We all have complaints. And we can say them and let them go. We don't have to hang on to them. It doesn't have to affect our whole energetic day, right? Now I feel like I'm preaching. Um, how do I manage and process my emotions, especially anger and frustration? Uh, I'm one of those people that's like, I'll just go into a room and like scream into a pillow. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody else? That's me, right? I'm also a person that will go for a walk or a person that will um just like push through it and get it done so that it's off my chest, you know? I do a lot of things. Do I tend to suppress my emotions or do I express them openly? It depends on the setting, I would say. Depends on the setting. And what did I say? Ambition and drive. Here are the questions for ambition and drive. What are my ambitions and long-term goals? How passionate and driven do I feel about achieving my dreams? What obstacles do I perceive in my path and how do I plan to overcome them? How do I plan to overcome them? Okay. So, where are my ambitions and long-term goals? That's for the goal getter, which I think I was going to mention earlier, but I like forget. So, ambition, goal getter. It's all in the goal getter. How passionate and driven do I feel about achieving my dreams? Pretty passionate. If I wasn't passionate, I wouldn't still be on the path. And what obstacles do I perceive in my path and how do I overcome them? So this last question I think is really important, and I'm going to do a brief promo spot of Dr. Flo's dream coaching and winner circle. So if you're a person that has that passion, that has a dream, but it hasn't been realized yet, likely it's just because you've been not, there's something blocking you. But Dr. Flo can help with those blockages. And so join up in the winner circle or in private coaching with him. And let's get you on the path to overcome them, because we overcome best, we heal best, yes, individually, but also in community. We need community to hold us. Yes? Yes. All right. Let me go grab this reading. I super appreciate you, Dr. Flo. Today is day 3 of, do I know? Paying dues. Is that this week? That was last week. No, that's this week. Paying dues, right? I'm going to read it, y'all. I'll check the comments in a second. Desiring instant gratification can sabotage our efforts at paying dues. It is. It's literally in the first sentence. Don't worry about it. I got it, y'all. Desiring instant gratification can sabotage our efforts at paying dues and working towards specific goals. We want what we want when we want it, which is usually now. Hashtag thanks capitalism. Other people tell us if we want a relationship, just go after it. If we want a certain career, all we need to do is go to college and get a degree. Like, that's an easy thing. If we have a dream, all we have to do is set a goal. They leave out the paying dues part. When we find ourselves being tried and tested, we may think the obstacle is a sign that we're heading in the wrong direction. That's not at all what it says, y'all. It says that we're heading the wrong way. Sometimes it is. Other times, an obstacle is challenging us to invest more of ourselves so we can genuinely own the endeavor. We may have spent years investing energy in a bottomless pit. We were giving to someone who had no intention of giving back. We may have decided not to give that much of ourselves again. The problem with paying dues may be deciding which people and projects deserve our attention and efforts. The challenge of the week. The biggest challenge to paying dues is that we may think we're exempt. We think things should be easy. But if things come too easy or cheap, we may not realize how valuable they are. I'm going to read that last part again. The challenge of the week. The biggest challenge to paying dues is that we may think we're exempt. I'd never thought of it. I was exempt. But that's what we were talking about this morning of like what that the card that Dr. Flo pulled for me, which was essentially saying like subconscious thoughts. And if that subconscious thought is constantly, well, you have to work triply as hard. Like, my biggest challenge is that I believe that I have to work triply as hard. Right. So I've never believed that I'm exempt from paying dues. But if you have, cool. We think things should be easy. But if things come too easy or cheap, we may not realize how valuable they are. That part I agree with. I'm not sure what this context was, but I think that there are aspects that come easily to me. So like singing and speaking and showing up on live streams and performing and acting, like these are things that come easily to me. Even parts of motherhood come very naturally and easy to me. But sometimes I don't give enough value to that thing. Like, I'm good at so many things, and so therefore the things that come easily to me, I sometimes don't value, even though other people aren't doing them, right? I was having a conversation with somebody the other day, and it was not in Love and Action Network, it was outside. I was having a conversation with somebody, and they said, but everybody can do it. And I was like, but everybody doesn't do it. Yes, we are all capable of singing. We are all capable of unleashing our dreams, but most of us do not. Dr. Flo used to talk a lot about how we are 1% dreamers. We are people that actualize our dreams. And there's a whole lot of people that can dream, right? They have dreams, but they do not put them in action. They do not have the follow through. They just don't. And so on I do day, maybe what we can think about is here, shh. Maybe what we can think about, Piper, come on. Maybe what we can think about is simply or unsimply, I do challenge my limiting beliefs. I do challenge my subconscious thoughts. I do challenge my dreams. I do go for my dreams, right? You make a move. So maybe just for today, we can do that. I don't know why we're crying at this point, y'all. Anyway, so I'm going to log off. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully without a grumpy baby. Continue to be anti-racist, be safe, wear a mask, make good trouble, do good work. I love y'all hardcore. You are loved and lovable. Joy is our revolution. Come step into it. Get as close as you want. Come to Winner's Circle. Come to Dr. Flo